Hi everyone, congratulations on becoming a chef instructor with CocuSocial. My name is Chef Una and I've been a chef instructor in New York City with CocuSocial for almost 2 years now. At CocuSocial, we want to be sure that everyone has a fun, informative and delicious experience. Today I'm going to walk you through how to run a successful CocuSocial class. There are 4 key elements to running a successful class. First is preparation, second is setup, third is teaching, and the fourth is breakdown. I am going to walk you through each part using sushi as an example today. First, we're going to talk about preparation. A typical class at CocuSocial is about 25 people, so you need to make sure you have enough ingredients and equipment for 25 people. You can choose your local market to purchase all the ingredients that you need to run a class. You will need to use your city manager to set a budget for that class, and we ask that you please stay within that budget. For sushi class, I buy 2 different kinds of sushi grade fish. I put this fish into individually baggies after I cut enough for each individual student. 1 baggie for each student. I also select at least 4 different kinds of seasonal vegetables from the market. For example, avocados, scallions, red peppers, mango, carrots. So a variety of color for each row. For all your equipment and aprons, store them in plastic boxes with your name on them. Normally our partner venue will allow us to keep them in this space. For your food, always purchase your food the day of your classes, and you can take them to your classes with you in a folding cart. Second, let's talk about the setup. For every setup, every table and demo area gets covered with a yellow tablecloth. At each setup, I have a cutting board like this one, a knife, a sushi mat, a small bowl for water, and a small bowl for soy sauce and some napkins. It takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour to set up a whole class. So come at least an hour ahead of your class. Students start arriving about 15 minutes before class for check-in, and we suggest that they go get a drink at the bar before we sit them down. It is very important to make sure the environment is good to run a successful class. So when you come to your venue, check it out for the first time, make sure, do a walkabout and make sure that they have proper dining tables, not tables that are too high or tables that are too low. If you need any assistance while setting up your class with lighting or sound or anything, the venue manager is there to help you. Always ask them if you need help with anything to run a successful class. After you have completed all of your setup, you will need to go and get your aprons. You can put your aprons on everybody's chair or hand them to each individual customer. From your CocuSocial account, you can see how many people are attending your class. If you see there's a large number attending, please make sure that you have assigned seating so that they can all sit together. The third and the most important part is the teaching. When the class starts, you should welcome everybody again and reintroduce yourself. You should also have everybody introduce themselves to their neighbors and say their names and hello. At this point, you will need to give an overview of your class and go over what you're going to do today. Share some cultural tips with them, some interesting things about the cuisine. At this point, you may want to describe the ingredients to everybody and go over the equipment on each station, go over some of the safety tips with some of the equipment to keep everybody safe and happy. Next, we will start making the food. You can break down your dish to a couple of steps. I start with the first step and demo it. Then I invite the students to follow my demo. I walk around and make sure that everybody is on the same page as me. Then we go on to the next step and the next demo. For example, I demo how to cut the vegetables in front of the students and show them what to do. Then I invite them to cut their own vegetables. After they have done that, I then go into demo how to spread the rice on my nori. And then my students follow and do that step. In my class, I make 3 rolls. I start off with a nori on the outside roll. After we've made that roll, I invite everybody to sit down and eat that roll because it's better as a fresh roll. Then we go into making a roll with the rice on the outside with some sushi grade fish and vegetables. And then we end up finally with our last roll, which is a hand roll. Please make sure that the students all have at least 1 hour of hands-on cooking time. About halfway through class, I always give about a 5 to 10 minute break for everybody so that they can go to the bar and grab a drink and mingle before they come back and make their next row. After the cooking part is done, everyone can enjoy their food on site. At this time, it's a good time to thank everybody for coming to class. You can also let people know about other CocuSocial classes that you're teaching and encourage them to come to one of your other classes. Encourage people to share photographs that they've taken while in class on social media with us. Also encourage people to leave a good review for you. Lastly, you will need to break down this setup. You will need to leave this space exactly the way that you found it. You can use the kitchen of the venue to clean all your equipment and put it back into your boxes and hopefully leave it in a space that's provided by the venue. You are also responsible for keeping the aprons clean. Now that I've walked you through a typical class and gone over some of the important points, you can find some more training material in your accounts. I want to wish you all the best of success in teaching your classes at CocuSocial.